Motivation. Everyone chases motivation like a drug, like an addiction. People depend on it, thinking it's sustainable.
I need it!
It's not. What is sustainable is... Let's see if you can figure out what fills in the gap, starting with a story.
Imagine a boy called Jimmy. Little Jimmy works out late at night listening to Andrew Tate clips for motivation.
You're fucking poor!
He gets a great workout in, pushing himself to his limits, doing push-ups until failure, shadowboxing in his room, pull-ups.
Sounds great, right?
Yeah, it is great.
What, you thought I'd say no?
You thought I'd say you shouldn't do that?
Answer for yourself as I give the next character.
Now imagine a boy called John Nurmagomedov.
Nurmagomedov.
Big John has a dream to fight in the UFC. He wakes up early in the morning to train in the martial arts gym. He trains hard, sparring with the biggest guys in his club. Then he goes home to rest and heads to the gym in the evening.
He gets a great workout in, pull-ups, push-ups, squats. After working out, he goes back home to eat and sleep.
Then the cycle repeats.
Now compare little Jimmy and Big John. What is the difference between them?
Little Jimmy trains with the fuel of motivation through watching Andrew Tate videos hyping him up. Big John trains with the fuel of ambition. He has a dream to be in the UFC. He doesn't need to watch motivating videos to help him work out. He does it because he is working towards something. Now you could argue that this is motivation. His dream of fighting in the UFC motivates him to work out.
But let me put it this way. John is motivated by ambition. Jimmy is motivated by YouTube videos.
So what's your dream? What are you working towards? You want to achieve your dream physique, perhaps? Get promoted to a higher belt in a martial art? Achieve a higher rating in chess? Go pro in a sport?
Now there's a pattern with these dreams. They're all competitive. In truth, competition is the best way to stay consistent with progress.
Better than motivation. Getting a better physique, for example.
Imagine you're in school. It should be a constant competition as to who is the strongest or who is the biggest.
So you go home and you grind the push-ups, the diet, the recovery, all to be the best, to have that feeling that no one else has trained as hard as you.
Do you think you'd make the same amount of progress in the same amount of time if the element of competition wasn't there?
No. We are creatures of competition.
5 years later.
After 5 years, little Jimmy got complacent. He stopped watching Andrew Tate because he listened to his friends to avoid toxic masculinity. And because working out for him was dependent on watching Andrew Tate, he stopped working out. He replaced his obsessive habit of chasing motivation with an obsessive habit of chasing pleasure. He started overeating food, started smoking, started going to parties,
started drinking alcohol.
5 years later.
After 5 years, John Nurmagomedov achieved his dream of fighting in the UFC. He now has a dream to win a UFC championship and is training hard to achieve this new goal.
What did Big John do to stay consistent? After he had completed his goal, he made up another goal. Instead of becoming complacent, instead of settling with his initial goal, he created a new, larger goal for him to keep going. He created an even more competitive goal, which forces him to become even more consistent and even more efficient during training.
What did little Jimmy do to become complacent? Jimmy relied his progress on watching motivational videos instead of forcing himself to make progress.
In Jimmy's mind, he literally has no reason to make progress. He's kinda jacked.
He's made all of his newbie gains. Progress is slowing down and now he can't see himself getting bigger each day in the mirror.
So what does he do? He settles. He becomes satisfied with his progress because there is no competition.
He has no one to compare his physique to. All he sees on his social media are these fitness influencers posting physique pictures using the perfect lighting and Photoshop to psyop him into thinking that it is unachievable. Because it is unachievable. Not even the influencer in the picture has the physique.
So Jimmy gives up because he has no reason to continue. His dream physique is impossible.
Now imagine if Jimmy had a friend. Let's call him Justin.
Justin is the same age, weight, height, and even has the same physique as Jimmy.
But Justin works out to get a better physique than Jimmy. So in turn, Jimmy competes to get a better physique than Justin. This rivalry never ends. As long as Jimmy and Justin remain in each other's lives, they will both progress. Now I want you to find that person. They don't even have to be your friend.
Find someone that you can compete with, in any subject that might be, whether it be gym or sports, etc. Now you have something to train for. Seek competition in everything that you do, and you will progress massively. And if you lose, good. If you lose, you will progress even more than you would if you had won. Losing is better than winning. To win, you must lose. If you win without losing, then you haven't truly won. I hope you enjoyed that story. Now let's rewind back to the intro.
What is sustainable is... Can you fill in the gap now? What is sustainable is competition. But is that it? Is competition the only way to make progress? No. There is another way to make progress. So let's fill in the gap again. What is sustainable is... Oh no, you have to listen to another one of my stories now. Imagine a boy called Dwayne. Dwayne trains wrestling and competes in local competitions 3 times a year. 1 month before each competition, he grinds in his training camp every day. He goes to the competition and he wins a gold medal. Congratulations, Dwayne. Now, he doesn't compete for another 3 months. So what does he do? He starts training at his wrestling gym once a week. And when he does train, he only wrestles with the guys that he knows he can beat. He goes hard on them. Then when he goes home, he feels dominant. He feels the masculine energy of dominance. This continues until his next competition. And can you guess how he does in this competition? He wins. And you know what he does after he wins? He starts wrestling even less. He wrestles once a month. Some months he doesn't train. Then it comes time for his final competition of the year, and he loses. So what happens now? He starts training every day until the next year for his first competition of the year, and he wins a gold medal. And the cycle repeats. You see, it's a cycle. It's like a car accelerating and slowing down and then accelerating and slowing down. But what if the car stayed at a steady pace? It would travel further, right? Meet Dylan. Dylan trains every day for his first competition. Every session, he makes a point to lose at least 1 wrestle. He forces himself to wrestle with the best at his club because he knows that the only way to win is to lose. And when time comes to compete in his first wrestling competition, can you guess how he does? He loses. But because he has lost so much, he sees losing as progress. Compare that to Dwayne. Dwayne is so used to winning that he sees winning as progress, so he strives to win in training every day and avoids losing. So Dylan takes that loss as the biggest motivator. He trains even harder, making sure to lose even more. Now he begins to beat the guys he used to lose to, so he wrestles with even better guys. Then when time comes to his competition, he destroys his opponent. So what happens next? Dylan doesn't feel complete. He won? He's not used to winning. So for the final competition of the year, he competes in the Olympics, on the biggest stage of them all, the hardest competition he could possibly choose. And when time comes to the Olympics, he loses. And then the cycle repeats. But the difference is, the cycle is moving in a positive correlation. Year after year, he improves until he finally wins a gold medal at the Olympics. So let's see if you can fill in the gap. What is sustainable is... It's more simple than you think. What is sustainable is losing. Interesting, right? I bet you've never heard anyone tell you that. You know why? Because no one else actually wants you to improve. But I do. I want you to improve so I can compete against you. So subscribe now and compete against my subscribers. Anyway, there is another word that fills in the gap. The most important word. Time for another story. Imagine a boy called Bruce. You know what? That's boring. Imagine a boy called... Batman. Batman is, as you know already, the defender of Gotham. His job requires him to be out every night, saving lives, sacrificing his sleep and his body for the sake of ending crime. You think Batman wants to do this? Maybe, but he does it because he has to, because he has a sense of responsibility. And you know what makes him act upon his responsibility? Which forces him to go out every night to fight crime, to put his body and life on the line. What one word sums this up? Discipline. That is what is most important. What is sustainable is discipline. Now let me define discipline. In fact, let Mike Tyson define discipline.
I don't care how good you are in anything. You don't have discipline, you ain't nobody.
Right.
You're nothing without discipline. Because you give up under the slightest struggle without discipline.
100%. And that has to be something that you also learn from Cuss as well.
I don't know what discipline is. I don't know what discipline. He told me discipline is doing what you hate to do, but do it like you love it.
Doing what you hate to do, but do it like you love it. That is a great quote.
So now that you have nearly finished this video, I am going to ask you to do something. It is one thing to listen to advice, and it is another thing to act upon advice. So act upon my advice. Join a martial arts gym. Use discipline to show up to training. Get good at the art. Start competing in the art. Compete and lose. Then win. Then compete in a harder competition and lose. Then lose so much that you win. Now that seems like a lot, so there is something really simple you can do now. Subscribe. Watch my videos, especially when you don't want to watch my videos. Use discipline to watch my videos until you love my videos, because I will help you improve. Look at the value of the advice I gave to you today. Don't get complacent, and subscribe to my channel now.